Your earliest memory from when you were little?
Huh?
What was your earliest memory from when you were little?
Oh, I don't know. Uh, well, you lived on the farm, so you didn't get to play with kids
Uh-huh.
unless you had company, and the family came over, you know.
Uh-huh.
But otherwise, well, I don't know when Grandpa and Grandma were farming, and they would in the fall go out to the cornfields to get the corn in.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I had to go along, so I would sit on the wagon uh, all afternoon and all morning because while they were breaking the corn out of the stalks.
Uh-huh. Because they did it by hand.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, they did it by hand. Can you imagine hundreds of acres?
Wow.
And yeah, those people worked hard, and it's surprising because everybody walked,
Uh-huh.
and I don't think you had the problems with walking or feet and stuff those days like now.
Uh-huh.
Um, it must have been because every place and every work they did, you had to walk. Well, one of the boys said to me, well, didn't Grandpa have a car? I said, yeah, but there was no money for gas.
Mm.
So when we lived by St. Benedict, Grandpa would go in the forenoon. He would take a sack along. He would walk into New Prague.
Wow.
And, well, buy the groceries and put them in the big sack,
Mm-hmm.
and carry that sack and walk home then in the afternoon. So that was kind of almost a whole day affair, just going from there into town
Uh-huh.
to get your groceries,
Uh-huh.
because uh, he walked into New Prague. Well, sometimes one of the neighbors probably was going, they would see him, so they'd give him a ride. But he went across the fields, you know.
It was a shortcut?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But still, it was quite a ways.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh my God, I hated living out there. Just nothing. Well, you couldn't go anywhere because if Grandpa wasn't working, there wasn't any money. So,
Uh-huh.
what do you do?
How old were you when you moved into town?
Oh, let's see. I must have been. It must have been about a fourth grader,
Okay.
because that was the year I made my first Holy Communion.
Okay.
Was in fourth grade.
So before that, when you were living in St. Benedict, did you go to a one-room schoolhouse?
Yeah, it was a big building.
Okay.
There were the 8 grades there. I think there were 4 downstairs and 4 up or something like that.
Uh-huh.
It was a big building. They just took it down now a couple of years ago.
Oh, yeah.
It was empty for a long time,
Uh-huh.
and I didn't like to go there. The kids were very different. I always tell the kids when they're here, the people out there were very different. You get into these Czech communities and the people are totally different. They're lots of fun, and those those people, most of them were German, and I don't know. They were
Like a tight knit, cliquey
Yeah.
community.
yeah.
Whereas
They were
New Prague was more welcoming.
huh?
New Prague was more welcoming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yes. And Montgomery
Mm-hmm.
and Lonsdale and Little Vesely and this what would I say, this area right here,
Yeah.
and they still are. The people are friendlier, and I don't know, much happier, I think.
Yeah.
And the German community, they're more set in their ways, and they will not budge.
Mm.
And because I know from Esther Jensen, she belonged to the Lutheran Church out here at Lanesburg,
Mm-hmm.
and what she said, that was what it was
Mm.
going to be.